They got the spicy ones right here. That's out. So in my second marriage, I had enchiladas with my wife and the mother of the drummer of Tripping Daisy. I don't know if it's Balk or Wakeland, but anyway, I'd have to kind of, maybe it was Balk. I think it was like Jeff Balk, I think is his name, but he ended up going to Polly, whatever, that band Polly in Dallas. He's in Austin. He worked at a juice bar. Anyway, now we're going to talk about famous people that I actually know. One of my acting coaches in Hollywood was Diane Salinger. She was Simone in Pee-wee's Big Adventure. She's also been in a bunch of other stuff. She worked with Clint Eastwood, Woody Allen, a long list of Tim Burton, long list of directors that are great. She worked with, was it William Hurt? George Clooney, you know, all these people. Forrest Whitaker, it's all these people. Anyway, that's Diane Salinger. Before that, I knew Danny Whitworth, which is a brother of Johnny Whitworth. He was the lead Empire Records. He's still around. I saw his Instagram the other day. He was in Hell's Kitchen, Bad Hurt. He was in Rainmaker with Francis Ford Coppola, who directed it. Bunch of stuff. Empire Records, one of the leads in that. He's been in other stuff too. Worked with a guy named Bradley Cooper in the Limitless, yeah. So Limitless was, so we go to Bradley Cooper, and I had all the teachers of him at the New School University Actor Studio Drama School, which was in Manhattan, New York. I studied from 2001, 2002, so I had a lot of his same teachers, including James Lipton, Teva, and, you know, a few others. I had Bob Lavelle, he had Kemp. Anyway, also Charlie Baker. So I acted on stage and Waiting for Godot with Charlie Baker. Knew Charlie Baker for a little while. Him and Brian Beck, who's passed away, who played either Dee Dee or Go-Go. I played Lucky in Waiting for Godot. Charlie Baker was on Breaking Bad and worked with Terrence Malick as well as Bryan Cranston and the rest of them. Also, another connection is Natalie Z, who finally got a starring role in La Brea. Went for 3 seasons. I went to UT Austin summer camp, a theater summer camp with her in Austin, where Carrie Vetter, who was Carrie Anderson at the time, and her were friends, and we would do this one by one, and we're having some fun at the theater workshop in UT Austin. 2 on 2, sorry. 2 on 2, sorry. That was me. That was my thing, because I always said sorry 2 times. Oh yeah, sorry 2 times. Don't know where it came from, but it was a joke. We had this song that went 3 on 3 and 4 on 4. We're having, you know, and we had it all rhymed out. We did dance class and all that stuff. Anyway, we also had to stand at attention for that weird guy that looked like Shakespeare, William Shakespeare guy. He had like long hair. I'm sure he's not around anymore. Lynn Murray. Yeah, Lynn Murray. I guess his name was Lynn Murray. He was the theater dean of UT Austin in 1992-ish. And I guess that kind of sums it up. It's a pretty long list. Plus, I've met a few. Probably there's a few others that are swimming around. There's a guy named James Gilbert who's probably making some headway. He kind of went running off to Paris and doing like 2 marathons in a day and stuff. He had been on Documentary Now with Bill Hader and the other guy, Fred Armisen. Yeah, Fred Armisen and Bill Hader. And he had also been in Terriers, and he's still doing kind of work. So he's kind of working his way up. So I guess if I set foot in Hollywood, it'd be pretty quick, but I got to lose some weight. I did clock in the other day. It is working, so my calorie count is working, as well as something hit the window, as well as I went on a walk. I have to kind of keep it, because of my left ankle right down here on the left ankle. I broke that left ankle when I was 15, so I have to be careful. So yeah, this is the Cole Spivey channel. It's 73 degrees Fahrenheit, 210,341 miles on the odometer. It is March 25th of 2024. Today was a crazy day. We finally got it inspected. So the the Pontiac finally passed. We found out that because that light's been discontinued, as long as you have the 2 brake lights, that you'd be good. It can act as a reflector, so they went ahead and put a passing score on it. Just some people do it differently than others. Some follow, you know, they're getting rid of state inspection as of next year, so it's just going to be registration. I guess because the whole state inspection thing is, it's weird with legislation, but as of the new legislation of next 2025, state inspection will be discontinued and it'll just be registration. So I guess they'll handle it, I guess, ticket by ticket. If there's something that they need you to do, then you go and you figure it out. I guess they'll make more money giving out tickets that way. I really don't know. It's weird that that would happen. But in Maine, they only put a little sticker, registration sticker, on the actual plate. So anyway, not every state now has state inspection for the vehicles, but that'll go away for commercial vehicles, not for I'm sorry, for non-commercial. I guess what it means is that if you have a work truck and all that kind of stuff, then you have to have inspection. But if you're just a regular driver, then it's just registration, and that's just a matter of just going up and giving them your information and paying the registration fee. It's like I guess it's like a small tax or something. I don't really know that you do have to pay for that. Then they give you that little sticker, so it just shows that each year it's registered to the same person. At least it's sold to another person. So that's going to change in 2025. It'll just be you can see there's just one registration sticker. So it's kind of a big deal, I guess. It's a lot, you know. They're real lenient now because they know that that's going to be discontinued next year, you know. So anyway, butterflies are coming, or they're actually here. There are butterflies here at the Botanic Gardens. That's what that is stating. So they'll be here till April 14th, and dinosaurs are already here. And it's $12 to see the dinosaurs right through there. You'll be able to see the dinosaurs for, if you pay $12, you get in the Botanic Gardens. It used to be for free. They never brought dinosaurs in when I was a kid. We had to pretend like they were there by looking at the bushes in a strange way. And there was other things that we could take where the bushes would actually just change on their own. I'm just joking. But that's where the fence is, and I don't know where they put the dinosaurs. T-Rex and the Brontosaurus, all that fun stuff. Pterodactyl, it's all there now. They're playing 2 musicals. They're going to be doing, well, they already did once, so they're bringing in Grease, and they're bringing in, I believe it's Mary Poppins Jr. Yeah, they did Seussical and Musical, and then they also did Once. I can't think of the other one that they did before Once, though. It was kind of a big one. I don't know if it was one that I wanted to see. I did want to see Once. It was Seussical the Musical, yeah. Seussical Musical, then Once. Then they'll do Grease, and then they'll do Mary Poppins Jr. Seussical the Musical was also a junior show, too. It was also a kid's show. Oh, no, that's right. Mary Poppins Jr. is coming first, then Grease. So Mary Poppins is next, and then Grease. First one, 640, 6.2. So according to legislation, next year, you don't have to get your car inspected. Just register it only. People move every single day, you know? So whatever the requirement is to get a registration. Now, it's of course, your driver's license, your proof of insurance, and then state inspection. Yeah, so Texas legislation is rural state inspection not needed next year, 2025. So that'll be easier. You just have to just register the vehicle. Probably because of all these vehicles and these computers they use and everything like that. You know, you just keep it up to current. Now, every state has different ways of doing things. Like in Maine, like I'm in Texas now. This is Fort Worth. So when I lived in Maine, your registration was one sticker. When I came back, they changed that to one sticker, which that's in registration and inspection. Since they're getting rid of inspection altogether, then that'll only be registration. You won't even need inspection. But in Maine, I think they still do kind of like an inspection. It's a different type of inspection. They're really against tinted windows. At least your FBI or Secret Service or something, or, you know, some kind of militant authority figure or whatever. You can't have any tinted at all. Very, very little tint. They measure it, and that's pretty much their whole, like, inspection. I don't really know their whole inspection thing, but they put the little sticker on the plate. I guess because of the snow or whatever, but it just sticks right on the plate. It's a little tiny sticker. Another thing too, in Arizona, and I met a dude that lived in Maine that went to Arizona. Arizona, your driver's license never expires. Oh, they're from Louisiana. So you get your license and it never expires. You never have to renew it once you get it. But the rumor was back in the day, if you got a ticket, they would cut it or something. That way, whenever you paid it, then they renewed the license, which I think that's, you know, a lot right there, because they'd be renewing a lot of license. I mean, they didn't renew the license. It never expired, but they would reissue. That's what it is, reissued. So you'd be reissued a license. I guess maybe if it wasn't paid, so that would be an issue. Like, what I'm assuming is, like, if you had an unpaid ticket or something, then they would cut it in two until the ticket's paid. You'd have a license cut in two, or I don't know. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I heard. But no, I actually know for a fact, because I worked at a bank for about 4.5 years. When you look at the driver's license of Arizona, it actually doesn't have expiration on it. So it's pretty cool. It says, you know, infinity or whatever, you know, it doesn't expire, no expiration. I think it's pretty neat stuff. I guess they have a different understanding of how things work. Every state has different kind of stuff. I don't know about Alaska and all that stuff, but they probably deal with, their licenses are probably a little thicker and a little more cold proof, because sometimes it gets like -30. Ask Jodie Foster shit now. (7043 1.1). Furry, slight white on the black end of it. There was a little bit of white in it. All right, next one, 7:23, 8 minutes, 3.4. It's never how you begin, it's always how you end in the long run. Sonar. Now, if you want a skier of Texas, Brazil, churrascaria, you can go here, Texas, Brazil, and they get you meat on a stick. You got a marriage license or registration or whatnot. Get it right there. Or somewhere around here. I don't know if they changed the building. Should be out Weatherford. It's in Weatherford. They're kind of weirdos about it a little bit, but they might have loosened up since they cut the state inspection next year. It needs to be registration. They want any kind of address change, just fill it out, whatever. Pay your money and get your ticket. Go for a ride. Crazy tail fan right there. I don't know, maybe it works. Alright, this area is known as Uptown. So it's got some skyline, bluffs, things like that. Apartments like the Depot on that side over there, which are pretty nice. It might be considered, I guess you could say, Uptown. Usually the Uptown's gonna be like a business oriented. A lot of insurance places up here. Lawyer offices are over that way, not too far. So it's Uptown. Now we got a series of those right there. Green all these right here. over here to the right, Linda and I did a little vlog on the Sisters of the Confederacy. They've got a plaque right there. Right there. The Sisters of the Confederacy. There's TCC, Texas College, I guess. It used to be TCJC. It was a junior college. Now it's Tarrant County College. It was Tarrant County Junior College, and they changed it to Tarrant County College. Tarrant County College. Going from uptown through downtown. Actually, it makes a noise as the wind blows through that device, which is art. It's an art device. I didn't notice it until I drove by it. Could be some kind of design for wind energy. I don't know if that's what that may be or what. Or this might be art. I don't know. Well, they could take a lot of energy from the currents, like whenever it rains. They can have things that will be in rivers and stuff like that that can move and gain energy that way. When you know, especially if it floods or stuff, you can take advantage of flood waters and how the ocean is. Of course, the ocean's not around here. The ocean, we are connected to the ocean, but that's not until way south. You get more to like Corpus Christi and stuff. But they do have wind energy ideas and things like that they're already doing. All right, I got a pretty good idea for a screenplay down the line sometime. It's called the Polar Bear Club. It's about these three actors that jump into the Atlantic Ocean from Coney Island in 2001 December, which it opens on Ilog Modi and myself. And then it goes back to August of 2001 and me leaving John Wayne Airport, very close to Long Beach. Then I arrive in New York, go to NYU, find a place in Brooklyn, right, this little play. Basically, I have my wallet taken from me. Make the report. So anyway, I eventually move from Brooklyn to 38 East 21st Street, New York, 10010, an apartment on the 3rd floor. So I go from Brooklyn at first. I find the Brooklyn room at NYU when I first get there. The first thing I do before I get off the bus, though, after I get out and land JFK or LaGuardia, I don't remember, but I get on the bus. The first thing I do is get off the bus. I leave my big tote bag on the bus. I have to go back to the bus station to get all my stuff. Like, I leave all my belongings behind. And then for a few nights, I have to kind of wing it in New York City. So I stay under a stoop of Kara Anderson's stoop, and right by Tisch, NYU, underneath her staircase, where I get like these bagels. Anyway, eventually I find a room in Brooklyn, stay in Brooklyn for a little while. Then I get in to the dorm room for the New School University Actor Studio Drama School on 38 21st Street, New York, and it starts there. It goes on till finally it goes back. Well, it goes through September 11th, so the whole morning of September 11th, I get warned by a Talk Magazine reporter. This lady warns me to go back. The building's full, horror, all that stuff. Then we have a big meeting. John Kerry has the meeting. with New School University students, and who is Bob Carey's brother, one or the other. Anyway, it's the one with who had one leg because of Vietnam. We had a big meeting about that. He says what the terrorists did wasn't exactly cowardice, even though that Hillary Clinton said it was, because he was a soldier. So it was kind of a weird kind of statement, backhanded statement. Anyway, eventually I meet more people and stuff. I get in it gets to September. Well, it eventually gets to September. Okay, let's go back to September. Bruce Willis was interviewed on that Monday, so the next day is when it happened. That would be something there. He was interviewed by James Lipton for the Inside the Actor Studio. Then eventually, I go through September 11th, and then finally we end up staying. Alok and Modi and I all decided to join the Polar Bear Club and go to Coney Island and jump in the freezing ocean during December. I think it was Coney Island. It could have been Queens. I can't really remember exactly. It was one of those. But it was the beach. And we jumped in wearing our boxers. And then we went and had tea. So then after that, there's a lot of these different monologues and all this stuff, and eventually I get suspended for pouring a bucket of paint in a lady's washing machine. Well, in a downstairs washing machine in the dorm room. She was like a dancer or something, or she could have been. I thought she had put a little thing of lipstick in my washing machine or whatever. So I just found a way out. Kind of shot myself in the foot kind of thing, and then ended up going back. But I like how it starts with the Polar Bear Club, and then it goes back a few months back to John Wayne Airport, Long Beach. I'm saying goodbye to a professor who had been a librarian for quite a bit of time. I think she was a librarian in New York. Anyway, that was kind of one of the stories I'm calling the Polar Bear Club. Gentle Moon might be a good one too. It's a pretty good one. Ghosts of the Great Highway, Sunkill Moon. It might be a good song. All right, let's do a countdown. Not too bad. So I would say maybe half that, and then